Hey guys, I want to talk about the difference between buying and investing in Magic the Gathering sealed products versus buying and investing in Pokemon sealed products in 2025. Now, as we all know, we are kind of currently in what Rudy from Alpha Investments like to call it a bull market for TCGs. And um, while that is certainly very true, it is seems like it's been taken to the extreme in Pokemon. So we'll start with Pokemon. What I've noticed in Pokemon is that Pokemon is a very popular game. Uh, it's just very popular around the world. People who don't play Pokemon right now know about it. It's like crypto, right? When Bitcoin, when you and your grandmother are talking about crypto, you and your grandmother are talking about Pokemon cards, it's probably in a bubble or it's probably way overpriced. So what I noticed is that for Pokemon cards, like let's take a look at the Prismatic Evolutions ETB. This came out what a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, and you cannot find it for even. I mean, good luck finding it for even MSRP, right? And the price right now, 108 or so, it's actually gone down a bit since release, which is incredible because it really shows that there is just so much product, so much supply, but the demand still is very high. And certainly demand is incredibly high, but the supply is also incredibly high. So the price hasn't really moved much, and it's actually moved down since release. Now there are a lot of factors that play into this, um, but certainly one of the main factors for most and all Pokemon cards right now is the hype. So you hear about all the talk about the scalpers and people fighting at Costco, people going to camping out at Target, Walmart, wherever, just so they could buy it for MSRP, right? And so this Prismatic Evolutions ETB goes for MSRP. What is it, like $60 or $50 before tax? And um, and if you can find that for MSRP, if you can get it for 50, 60, that's a great deal. And that's what's going on right now. Like Pokemon cards at MSRP is a great deal. But if like let's look at Magic the Gathering, right? Um, People don't like. Do we even know what MSRP is for Magic the Gathering? You don't, because you're out of your mind if you pay MSRP for Magic the Gathering cards, right? And so you certainly can go to GameStop, Target, whatever, and buy this Innistrad remaster packs. I think they're going for what, $8 a pack or something, a play booster pack. But no one's gonna buy that. They're always gonna have that in stock. So what does that really, what does that say? Um, it kind of says that there is more potential, first of all, in Magic, potentially more potential, right? If Magic somehow ever gets even a little bit closer to the point where Pokemon is, where buying MSRP is a deal, or where you cannot get cards under MSRP, then what Magic cards will have a lot more has a lot more room to go up in value. And I feel that Pokemon cards, at least this year or where we are currently in the market cycle, Pokemon cards, they have a lot. They could certainly go continue going up, but they are there's a lot of room for Pokemon cards to go down, right? So the company could just mass print, trying to meet the demand that there is, and maybe they'll catch up. Maybe they will eventually meet that demand. And if so, then we're going to see prices go back closer to MSRP, at least for a while, until it's out of print or something like that, right? So the downside right now for buying Pokemon cards is that you buy it at wherever it is right now, and so Prismatic Evolutions ETB, let's say you buy it for 110. Downside, it goes to MSRP around $50 or $60, and you lose, I don't know, 40, 50, 40 to 50% of the price of the investment. And it could go, it's also possible it could go even below MSRP. Now for Magic, they probably, like, the demand isn't that high. Look at the next set coming out, Aether Drift. The demand isn't that high, so the downside isn't as high. So we're looking at Aether Drift play boosters. I think the wholesale price is around, I don't know, what is it, 90 something or 100, close to, like, a little under 100. So these could go down to 90, down to 80, but that would be a really great deal if it ever does go down there. And I don't see that happen. And if it was anything like Pokemon, this would be at like $200 bucks, but that's also not happening. At least not while it is in print still, right? I mean, if you take a look at one of the more recent play booster boxes, it's at 130, and that's still pretty high because this set is still in print. I mean, if you look at the price history, it's been going. It went all the way up to almost 150. It went to 150, and now it's back down to 130 because this is still in print. You can still get this at the price that it was originally going at. And of course, remember, these boxes are 36 packs. Wizards of the Coast just reduced them to 30 packs, so the Aether Drift boxes are going to be a little bit cheaper, but that's because it has fewer packs. So anyway, just a thought came to me. I think that if you're investing, it's a little bit dangerous. It could be a little bit dangerous going Pokemon. Of course, all this could be wrong. Pokemon is wild, and you never know what could happen. It could go crazy, and I believe some things like this Prismatic Evolutions ETB eventually will go up. I don't know how long it's going to take. I know this is going to go up quite a bit, but right now, in the short term, it won't. I don't see it going that far up. And we know more product is going to be released for Prismatic Evolutions, and we know Pokemon Company made a statement that they're going to be turning on their printers to the maximum, and they're going to be printing as much as possible. So I think it's a little, don't go too crazy buying this stuff unless you're able to get it at MSRP or below. And yeah, just be careful out there. Don't fall into the hype too much. Really quickly before we go, and we look at the sales for the Prismatic Evolutions cards, like, first of all, I don't know about you, but I cannot stand this stuff. This doesn't happen in Magic the Gathering, at least not that I've seen. But this is like a regular thing in like Pokemon, and One Piece has it too. It's like, okay, I come here, I'm trying to buy a Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box, but the first like 50 listings is just junk. It's like people are trying to. I don't know if they're trying to trick people, or maybe TCG Player needs to have a better system of how people can just sell this junk. Like, okay, $6 plus $5 shipping, so $11 for what? Pack of sealed sleeves. It's just the sleeves for $11. But I wonder, do people like think that this is something else and they accidentally buy it? I mean, look at this. Look at this. $14 for sleeve and dice only. $18.75 for what? For just the sleeves. What is this? $19 includes everything besides packs and promo. So what do you it's ridiculous, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And then you have people trying. I don't know if they're just being tricky. Look at this. Look at this. Loose Prismatic Evolutions booster packs of 9, same quantity as ETB. Come on, for 107. So what is the difference between this and just going to buy the single packs, 9 of them or however many? And it's probably going to be cheaper. And Like this is a trick. This is a trap. I can't stand that. But anyway, where was I? People here, if you look at the lower sales, like the cheaper priced items for Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, you'll notice like these are just like, they're not game stores, they're not hobby shops or whatever they call them on TCG Player. They're not even verified sellers. So what is that? Who are they? Are they quote unquote scalpers? Are they just people buying into, trying to make a quick buck? Probably. They're probably just people trying to make a quick buck. Like, it's probably the dude or, or person camping out at Target, buying them up for $50, $60, immediately putting them on the market, and they're just undercutting everybody. And because there's just so much supply, they can do this, and they'll make, I don't know, how much money do you make if you sell this for 108? You're probably making what, 80, $70. So you're making like $20 or so, or a little less, 20 something dollars. But look at this. On non-verified sellers, not brick and mortar stores. This is the first brick and mortar store right here. There's a couple of verified sellers, and then after this one, just it's the same, just more, and they're like low sales. I mean, there are a couple with thousands of sales, and then some in the low hundreds. But you have your 5 sale account, 28 sales right here. So it's just a lot of people getting in on the hype, trying to make a quick buck in the short term. And when we go look at Magic, you don't see that. Like, let's look at Innistrad Remastered, right? We'll look at the play boosters. First of all, there's none of this, oh, I'm just gonna sell, I don't know, 36 loose packs of this or something like that. And look at, almost all of these are certified hobby shops, right? The majority are certified hobby shops, and certainly almost all of them are verified sellers. So anyway, that's the difference between Pokemon Magic sealed products in 2025. And thanks for watching.